Hello and welcome to today's video where we're going to be discussing how to be consistent with your diet or way of eating or even your exercise regime, okay, and what the diet industry is not telling you, okay. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to the video, and before we get started, do go ahead, give us a thumbs up if you're enjoying the content so far. Do let me know your comments below, and of course hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you do not miss out on anything that I'm offering. Tons and tons of videos that are coming your way, so you do not want to miss out. Thank you again. Let's dive straight in. Do you struggle with being consistent with your diet? Be honest with me, yes or no. Let me know in the comments, okay? Because I'll be honest, I talk to a lot of people every single day, okay, about their diet, their health, challenges that they're facing, and so often, I cannot overstate that, right? So often I hear people say, I just can't be consistent. I struggle with willpower, right? I lack the motivation to be consistent, okay? I lack the willpower to be consistent. Does that sound familiar? Again, let me know if that sounds familiar, because honestly, it's such a real problem. It's such a big struggle that so many people have, and to be honest, I think it's very normal. And in this video, I want to explain exactly why that is, okay? Straight off the bat, I want to say it's not your fault, okay? Being inconsistent, struggling to be consistent with your diet, struggling to feel like you have constant willpower and motivation to be consistent in your diet or your exercise regime is not your fault, okay? I'm saying that from someone who used to work in the diet industry for 2.5 years. Okay, the diet, weight loss, fitness, health industry, they are just bombarding you with unrealistic claims about weight loss, health, fitness, getting a six-pack in 14 days. It doesn't happen like that. I can just promise you it does not happen like that. Those pictures, they're fake, they're false. There's someone who's just taken a photo and then they've changed the lighting, maybe put some makeup on or something, they've taken another photo. It's just so false. However, we're bombarded by so many of these pictures, these images, these testimonials, right, that we're kind of brainwashed and we start to think that is actually real and possible, okay? And that leads to, this is really interesting, it leads to unrealistic expectations when it comes to actually beginning, a new exercise regime or a new weight loss program, okay? Maybe a new diet, whatever it is, okay? Because we expect to see the results that the diet, health, fitness, weight loss industry painted for us, and it's kind of brainwashed us with. Is that making sense? All right, does that make sense? Let me know in the comments. Again, I used to work there. I used to work in diet industry 2.5 years. I can tell you that so much of what you see is just not realistic. So why does it happen? Why do we feel like we can't be consistent? We're not constantly motivated to be consistent. We lack that willpower that we need to remain consistent in the long run. Why is that? Okay, I want to explain right now. Okay, it's because the approach that we are using, whether it's diet program, maybe it's an exercise regime, okay, whatever it is too severe, too intense for where we are at right now. Okay, so the weight loss program, the regime that you're on, whatever it is too great a change from what you're used to. Okay, consider this. Okay, if I was a sedentary individual, okay, I sat on the sofa all day every day, okay, during lockdown, for example, I'm furloughed, I'm not doing anything, I'm just sat on the sofa watching Netflix all day every day. One day I decide I want to create change. I saw a picture of a guy with gleaming six-pack abs on the beach, and I'm gonna be like that. Okay, so I decide to start running every single day for an hour, 7 hours a week. Every single day I'm running for an hour. Okay, what is going to happen? Is my body going to be physically and mentally able to make such a big change overnight? No, absolutely not. Our body is incredibly great at adapting to situations. Okay, it's amazing at adapting to things. But if you go from doing absolutely nothing, it might even be months, maybe even years of a sedentary, unhealthy lifestyle, and then one day you decide to basically become a pro athlete, pro runner, and decide to go 7 hours a week running, did your body just suddenly switch from sedentary to basically pro athlete? I'm afraid it really doesn't work like that. Okay, and yet, consider this: there are many of us who go from eating, junk food, unhealthy food, and one day decide we want to be healthier, want to create change in our lives, and suddenly we start eating like, I don't know, a model or some fitness trainer who we've seen. We follow their meal plan. We see something in a magazine. We follow exactly the food that they ate. Why would it happen from being, a sedentary individual to trying to be like an athlete? Why would the same thing happen with food? Okay, if I go from eating McDonald's 2-3 times a day to eating salad, lean protein, tons of vegetables, sweet potatoes, that sort of thing. Do I expect that to just happen overnight? Just go from one day, okay, I'm an unhealthy kind of person. Next day, okay, I'm going to eat like a Victoria's Secret model, right? Is that realistic and achievable? Absolutely not. Look, the chances are you are not an athlete, and you are not some sort of monk with incredible discipline and focus. And if what they're doing, what your goal is, if you want to be like an athlete, their discipline, their focus has been trained and honed over years and years of experience. Okay, and what they do day to day has been trained and honed over years and years, right? You can't just go and aim to be like that overnight, okay? That takes discipline, consistent discipline over many, many years to build up to that sort of state, okay? Those sorts of daily actions. So if we take that same approach with food, why do we expect that to change overnight? That's my challenge to you right now, okay? The reason that we struggle to be consistent because we're making too great a change at once. Too much of an intense change overnight or even week to week, okay? I go from being unhealthy, eating fast food, processed food all the time, to going, okay, I'm just going to eat meal placement shakes 4 times a day, right? It's absolutely no wonder you struggle to be consistent with that, because that is such a dramatic change, one day to the next. So dramatic that every single person in the world, I'm sure, would struggle to be consistent with that change, okay? Meal replacement shake, very, very extreme approach, right? How about consider some well-known diet brands? Maybe you go from eating loads of junk food, processed food all the time, to tracking points, and suddenly all your fast food things are very high in points, whatever method that you track. You only have a limited number of points, whatever it is that you track, and one burger might send you way over that every single day. So suddenly you have to completely transform your way of eating to fit within their guidelines, within that structure. That is challenging. That is so challenging. You're trying to create too big a change. Therefore, you're struggling to be consistent. Okay, the consistency, the lack of consistency, that struggle with willpower and motivation and consistency comes from trying to make too big a change at once. And again, this isn't your fault. We've been brainwashed to expect to see crazy results overnight. Oh, so-and-so did it. Oh, I saw that advert and this person made an incredible change in life in only, 2 weeks. Right? That just doesn't happen. I'm really sorry, that just doesn't happen. Or if they did make it happen, then they're definitely not like that now, because they will definitely have rebounded back. So struggling to be consistent comes from trying to make too great a change at once. Okay? What is the solution? Let me explain. Consider this first off, okay? Let's say I'm eating 2 meals of fast food a day and the other meal is kind of still processed food, okay? What if I said to you, could you still go for fast food twice a day? Still eat that processed food, but with your fast food, maybe go for a slightly healthier option. Maybe go from a medium serving of fries to a small serving of fries every day. That's going to make a change, right? Can you be consistent with that? 1 meal a day, you're only changing one aspect of 1 meal a day. Could you be consistent with that? Let me know. Because I think you could, because that's a very small change. Now, obviously, we have to set our mindset and our approach and our expectations here. We're not going to turn into some shredded, supermodel overnight, right? Just by going from a medium serving of fries to a small serving of fries at dinner time, okay? We're not going to create huge transformation just by making this one change. However, what we can start to do, start to make small incremental progress, okay? Is this making sense? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, we can start to make small incremental progress. What will happen if we continue to make similar changes? Let's say you go from having a Big Mac every single day at dinner time to standard cheeseburger. Probably saved, 300 calories or so there. Every single day, that's going to add up. Okay, that saving is going to add up. You might start losing weight, and you're still enjoying fast food. You're still eating processed food. There's a long way to go, but we're making small incremental changes. Now, can you be consistent with that? Can you be consistent with that change? Because I expect the answer is yes. Now, if you do that for a month, and that becomes a new habit, okay, that becomes a new habit. I don't eat Big Macs anymore. I'm satisfied with a small serving of fries and, a cheeseburger. Okay, I used to have a medium serving of fries and a Big Mac, but now I'm kind of used to it. I'm getting used to it. I've created that habit. Okay, I've created that habit. Now, obviously, this isn't ideal. It's not ideal. We've got a long way to go. We've got to ease our way off the processed food, reducing our calorie intake, and slowly we're going to start to incorporate some better foods, some more whole foods, more nutritious foods. Okay, got a long way to go, but That's fine, because we didn't start life eating fast food. That change to eating fast food probably took quite a while. The body weight that we've gained, the fat mass that we have gained, didn't come overnight, right? Didn't suddenly wake up one day and go, oh, I've gained 100 pounds, right? Doesn't happen. That weight gain happens over months, years, maybe decades. Okay, so if we're looking to reverse those changes, don't expect it to come overnight, okay? Because in doing so, if you take a slower, longer term focused approach, you'll find consistency won't be a problem, okay? If you go from eating medium fries every day to small fries every day, should be okay. You can be consistent with that. You go from small fries to a salad. You go from Big Mac to cheeseburger. You go from cheeseburger to homemade turkey burger. With cheese, of course. With your favourite gherkins, whatever it is. Maybe you go from small fries to homemade air fryer fries. Or even baked, potato wedges. You season them exactly how you want. Again, we're making progress. We start to incorporate some more vegetables. Okay, we start to incorporate and explore and experiment with some new different vegetables. We start to create change slowly over time. Is that making sense? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, so again, to reiterate, struggling to be consistent, struggling with motivation and willpower, all come from trying to create too great a change in a short space of time. Okay, if you go from like completely unhealthy, tons of processed food, just trying to eat completely perfectly, like tons of salads, loads of lean protein, all this stuff, you are going to struggle. That change does not happen overnight. But if you take a very slow and steady approach, you can slowly start to wean your way off and start to build back up to get to your goals. And in doing so, by focusing on one single thing at a time, by focusing on developing new habits and new skills, right, learning maybe a little bit how to cook. Oh, I didn't know how to make a homemade turkey burger before, but now I do. Oh, I've never made homemade chips. You're gonna mess it up a few times, but eventually you're gonna end up with something that works for you and that allows you to be consistent. Is that making sense? Let me know in the comments below. Again, the transformation will not happen overnight. Okay, you didn't gain the weight that you have overnight. It just didn't happen. I'm really sorry. It happened very, very slowly, over a case of weeks, months, potentially years, maybe even decades. Okay, so we need to start to create change sustainably that will allow us to be consistent. But we need to be in that right frame of mind. That's going to take a little bit of a time. Okay, do not believe all the diet industry claims and everything that you see out there, right? There's just so much false information out there. Just erase it from your head, from your mind, block it out if you can. Just focus on improving yourself. If you haven't already, do go ahead, check out some of the links below. I'm offering free personalized nutrition plans, okay? They are incredible 17-page PDFs. They are literally amazing. The way that they work, there'll be a full page when you go and click the link below. A bit of an application form, just I want to learn a little bit more about you, make sure that it's the right thing for you. Then we can jump on the phone for like 45 minutes, even an hour. I can understand your situation in a bit more detail and offer some really, really personal, truly personal, custom approach nutrition plan for you. Okay, if that sounds like it's of interest, click the link below, and I really look forward to getting your application and getting on the phone and speaking to you soon. If you haven't already joined, please do go ahead and join my free Facebook group where I go live doing cooking shows, doing Q&As. I'm even going to be doing home workouts in there and giving away my full workout guides, personalized nutrition plans, literally everything that you need to know is over in my group. Go ahead and click the link in the description. I look forward to seeing you over there. Right, I'll speak soon.